Hello, everyone. I'm gonna wait for a few people before I go ahead and get started. I really wish, I wonder if I could flip you guys this way. No, it doesn't let me. It did not let me switch you guys around. So I'm gonna wait just for a few people before I get started. So first of all, I have here a heat um, cauldron, but it's heat safe pretty much because I'm going to burn some resin. While that starts to burn, I do have some Florida water. I'm just gonna add some on me really quick. Okay, so I was debating going back and forth whether I should do a glass candle or a non-glass candle, which I do have these that are figures. Um, but, you always got to go with your gut feeling, just however that day is, what you want to use, what you feel more drawn to. And I was drawn more to the glass one, okay? Um, ooh, you know what I forgot? I forgot. Um, my mortal and pestle. So I have some cinnamon here that I'm going to add to my to my incense blend here. Just because we are doing an attraction, a come to me, your whatever it is, whether it's love, money, anything, cinnamon is really good to attract. Period. Attractions. So in this case, we are attracting love. Is the incense a must? No, of course not. If you don't have it, it's fine. Um, but here I am, right? And this is a charcoal that I have. You can definitely use the charcoal that you use from, to grill. So I have that. I'm just gonna let that burn on its, over here. And I'm going to cleanse my candle. I also wanted to show you guys the difference between these candles. This candle here is what you see usually at botanicas. These can run cheap to, and what I mean by cheap is probably, I don't know, maybe in some cases $5. I have no idea. So these definitely run very pricey as well. $8, 9, 10. Honestly, I really don't. I don't know. There's some states, some places that they're so overpriced. But I've had this candle here for so long, and really, let me show you guys the inside. Really, it's just a red candle. It's a red candle that looks like some type of sesame seed or some type of seed there, and that's it. That's all you get. But of course, what attracts to the eye is the picture, the words. Okay, that's why people are so drawn to, like, buying these candles. But hey, if that's what you want to do, then that's fine. I'm not going to use that candle. This candle here, I got for $1 and some change. Okay, so is that cheap? Yes. Um, I also got this for the same price, $1 and some change. They're the exact same color, the exact same size. Like it's the same candle. The reason why I got them both is because they're both the same price. So, but either way, I like the plain ones because you can do your own sigils, you can do your own drawings. Obviously, the longer you take into any type of working, it's much better. Okay. Never try to rush your work. Never. Just, take your time, be patient. So, for example, here, they have, yes, it's pink. You can use red. If you don't have red, you can use white. Okay. So, it says here love, lovers. I mean, really, it's, hearts, the love. You can write love. That's some examples here that you can do, or you can do your own sigil, or you don't have to do any of that stuff. Okay. um Actually, I'm debating here which one I should use. mm, what do you guys think? Which one should we use? I think we're gonna use this one here. Okay. I don't know why this thing is taking forever to burn. Burn some water here. We're gonna clean the candle. Clean the candle. And the way I like to clean my candles is Florida water. You can use rubbing alcohol. You can use um, salt water. You can use sage. You can use whatever you have. So, of course, when I'm thinking of, cleansing a candle, I'm removing all the old, anyone who has touched this candle before, whether they were making it or whatever, I'm removing all of that old, whether it's negative, positive, it doesn't matter. Just removing all of that energy out of this candle so you are cleansing it, okay? All right, now let me move this over here really quick. Okay, so now that we cleansed our candle, we are going to, and I do have a picture. You guys can, if you're single, you don't have to put no picture, obviously. um, that's where I would get more creative with the candle. I would be specific on what you are looking for. Hello, hi you guys, hi. Yes, you're welcome. um, you can be very specific. I want, not I want, I'm sorry, positive relationship, happy relationship. Be specific as you can. If you want, you can write a whole paragraph if that's what you want to do. You don't have to, but that's completely up to you. And I left some of these to show you guys. This right here is, you can leave your candle, like, to actually clean it from all the dirt and the dust and all of that. Get a bowl with hot water and let it all sit down in your pot. Of course, just be very careful that it doesn't completely melt and go all over the place. Or you don't have to do that. I don't really like to do that. Just because it just takes so much time. So I'm gonna use just a cotton swab here and some rubbing alcohol just to remove the labels. We don't want any of them prices. We don't want any of them barcodes. We don't want none of that. So the rubbing alcohol will start to, like, be easier for you to remove. Yes, I did have to scrape off, but it's much easier to scrape off, as you guys can see. So from the moment that you start, you start grabbing your ingredients, your candles, everything. You already start to think about whatever it is that you're asking for. Okay? Hold on, you guys. Give me just a few minutes. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Our candle is now cleaned with alcohol. That's, to me, it's more clean now since I use the Florida water and the rubbing alcohol. Now I'm going to make my holes. I like to use wooden pencil, a skewer, wood. If you got a branch from the tree, like those really skinny ones, go ahead and yes. So I'm just gonna make, wow, this wax is very hard. There's our first hole. Believe me, some of these are very easy to make holes with. But it's okay. Take your time. Don't rush yourself. Don't get frustrated. The longer that you take your time in doing this and visualizing it and making it come to you. I am making 3 holes. You can make however much you feel like you need to do. Whether it's 5. So I'm just taking off that remainder of the wax. So there we have 3. This one is obviously much deeper in. So obviously we want to make the holes to add in our herbs and the oils. If you don't have any of that at all whatsoever and you just have a candle, then just grab your candle, whether it's glass or not. You can easily do sigils. You can write whatever you want to write. So for example, like these, I could have easily wrote. With these ones, it's actually much more nicer to use because you can add much more herbs. Just get like very creative, but of course don't add too much because then you're going to start a fire. Not unless you're doing it outside, then go ahead. Okay, so once we have we cleansed the candle, we made our holes. Next, we're going to add our herbs. Now, the first thing that I'm going to add is sage. Okay, sage, I am using it for protection. Okay, protection from evil, from envy, that type of protection. Okay, now I only have one piece here, one little piece. Again, since I'm using A glass candle, I don't want to add too much herbs, and I already have a bunch of herbs that I want to add into here. So just be very, very careful when you're adding too many herbs, because you will cause a big old fire and it'll break and forget it. But for me, whatever you do, if there is a fire, okay, knock on wood that there's no fire. But if there is a fire, don't blow at all. Throw something at it, throw water, throw sand, whatever. Do not blow it out, because for sure you could forget about that and start all over again. So I'm going to break it up and just add little pieces into the holes. You guys can't even see. Here we go. So again, when grabbing the herb and putting the herb in there, you tell that herb what to do. Okay. So that's sage. That's that. We'll put that to the side. The next thing that I'm going to use is red crushed pepper. And the reason why I want to use it is to spice up the relationship. Okay? Spice it up in a good way. Because you can definitely spice things up in a bad way, for sure. Okay. Now the next thing that I'm going to use is passion flower. I am using passion flower to bring luck and love. Hold on, I'm gonna have to use some tape here. Sorry, I wanted to smell it. It just smells like herbs. That's all. So I'm gonna grab a little bit of this, because obviously that's what I want to be more careful of with fire, So I'm gonna crush it. Right. Okay, that's that one. Next, I'm going to use chia seed. This one here. And I am using chia seed to stop gossip, to stop anyone who is talking bad about your relationship, who is getting in the middle, just no good. Wishing you guys, the worst. No, we're going to stop that. People if they don't have nothing nice to say, then zip it. Right? Right. Okay, the next thing that I'm going to use is I'm going to use some coffee, some ground coffee to be exact. And because I want to speed things up, I want to speed up my work. Whatever I am asking for, I want and I need it to speed up. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna use is rosemary. Now, I'm using this one for faithfulness. Again, a bunch of these herbs, you guys have different properties of uses for them, but this is the reason why I'm using each one of these for that certain reason in this occasion. Okay. I mean, definitely rosemary is really good for a lot of things: abundance, protection, cleansing. Okay. And then I'm going to use cinnamon. You can use cinnamon sticks or cinnamon powder. Actually, let me. And I am using cinnamon for attraction. Okay. Then the next ingredient that I'm going to use is salt, but sometimes I'll throw it in here, sometimes around the candle. I don't know, for some reason for me, I feel like it's a must in whatever working, right? Around salt. Okay, so that's what I'm going to use for protection, for cleansing, because we do have one herb that's already for protection. But I do, when I think of salt, I think of protection, I think of pain. Now, if you're not in a relationship, then you don't need a picture. If you are in a relationship and, you know, it just, there's so much blockages, there's, you know, things seem to be way off, then definitely use a picture of both of you together or the other person. Okay. And you're going to write, just like I have here, you're going to write the name of the person. On me, I'm focused on the face. I don't care about, I'm saying like if it's a full body picture or whatever, what's more important here is the face. So you'll need some type of marker. If you're using a photo that's like copy paper, then pencil is fine. Um, and you can definitely use a red color, a pink color, or if you don't have anything, you just have black or a regular pencil, then that's completely fine. Okay, and what else? So this is what I'm gonna do. I have under here, I have a glass plate, and is it heat protective? I'm not sure. It should be, but I'm just using that because I'm gonna add some. You can add some herbs, the same herbs that you added. You can add the herbs around your candle. You can just add salt if you want to. But since I'm going to use honey, I'm gonna add it on here. And off camera, I will do my own like writings or sigils. In another video, I can show you guys some of the sigils that have definitely helped me out. Um, Thanks to some girl on Instagram. Definitely, they're not my creations. I have a book as well that, oh my gosh, it is wonderful. So I will be using some sigils. Me, I love working with sigils. I love to put them on my body, especially in candles, especially if it's a glass candle. With these ones, you can, but it depends on the size of the candle or what, you know. But definitely with these, I really like to get creative. So there will be sigils on here. But again, if for right now, it's as easy as putting a heart and just writing love, happiness, faith, faithfulness, that type of thing. This is something very simple that anybody can do. Anyone. If all you got is a candle, a tea light candle, then sit there. Sit there, take some time out of your day, whether it's 30 minutes or once a week, whatever. It's different for everybody. But visualize yourself. Visualize whether you're in a relationship, visualize you and your partner just being happy and, in love, in behind doors, and out of doors. Visualize it. Okay. Don't just be like, oh, I wish my relationship was like this and like that. And oh, look at them. They look so happy and in love. Like, you can have that too. So, keep that in mind. So this is why I'm gonna pretty much have to end it here, because before I add my honey, and what I'll do is I won't add any honey inside. If I was using one of these type of candles, I would definitely add honey all around. Um, but so my next step will be sigils, and I will add names. Then I will add honey, okay, because I want to sweeten up the relationship. And as far as oils, you guys, if you want to keep it just like that, then okay. But for me, honestly, I have to have some type of oil, some type of base oil. If you don't have, I have here sweet almond oil. If you don't have that, you can use olive oil, vegetable oil, whatever you have. But for me, I just feel like I need a little bit of liquid in here, a little bit, instead of, just making it so dry in here. So, not too much. And, I definitely like sweet almond oil. Sweet, sweet, sweet almond oil. And then I like to just move it around. Okay, so definitely we're done with the inside. We're done with the inside. Like I said, we just need to write our sigils, write our names, whatever we're gonna write. And then I'm gonna go ahead with the honey. That's where I'm not gonna be all like nice and neat with it. Definitely I'll get some on the pictures around outside of the candle. And I won't move it around or anything. I'll just, wherever the honey goes, that's it. But I don't want to add too much either, because I do want to try to keep the sigils there as much as I can, if that makes sense. But definitely what you could do, another thing is on a piece of paper, plain. For me, I have to do plain, whether it's a brown paper bag, construction paper. Make sure you cut out the edges. Okay, we want to make it less manufactured as possible. So definitely cut out the edges with your hand. You don't need any scissors. With your hand, and you can put the honey around. This is before you do any sigils. You can put honey all around, and your piece of paper that you wrote your petition in, your sigils in, you can put it around your candle. So it's kind of like having one of these, but it's your creation. It's your words, it's your drawings. It's, your energy was put into this. Um, what else? That's it. So, me, I don't like to turn off my candles, honestly. I don't. Um, so, this is a 3-day candle. It shouldn't take not even 3 days, honestly. Um, but it shouldn't take longer than 3 days. It happens, it's okay. But we will do one candle, give it a few days, see what's going on, how do you feel, etc., etc. Then, if you feel the need to, do another one. But remember, if you are trying to do something to attract your way, make sure you do cleansing. Cleanse yourself. I already showed you guys a bath. I do have an egg cleansing as well. Very simple, very easy. Just do that. Do that first, I recommend. Um, but it's completely up to you, however you feel. And that's pretty much it, you guys. I'm pretty sure I covered everything. So I'm gonna let this all burn. Now, if you're one that does not want to let it burn, just sit here as long as you could, 15, 30 minutes, and go ahead and turn it off. Again, suffocate it. Suffocate it with something heat protecting. Don't blow on it. Um, but like I said, I really don't like to turn them off and turn it back on, especially me because I'm a match person. I don't like to use lighters. Um, so I can't imagine. I can't imagine being down here. Like, how am I going to light my candle? Not unless I'm using something like this, then for sure. If you can only do 5 minutes, then go ahead, turn it off, then turn it back on the next day. Whether it's 7 days for you, it's 10 days, 14 days, whatever. It's however you feel. Um, but if you don't care and if you want to use those lighters that are very long and that's easier for you, then okay. But really, I like to just let it burn all the way through. Now, if um, you are just scared and you want to use matches and all that, then you can definitely use a bowl. Use a bowl, fill it up with water, and just have your candle, in there. Um, or leave it in your tub. Leave it in your tub with, a little bit of water, and you're good. You're good. And that's pretty much it, you guys. I'm pretty sure I covered everything. If you guys have any questions, let me know. And then as far as placement, it depends. It depends where you want to have it at. If in your bedroom, in the kitchen. For me, there's no particular place where you would have this. Obviously, for me, I'm gonna have it in an altar space. Um, so that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this very simple, easy um, love spell. Okay, and I will see you guys very very soon. Let me see really quickly. No questions. No questions. Oh, hold on. Can I do this on an X? You can. Yeah, because this is a love drawing, so any love drawing. Um, why is it showing an arrow? You're welcome, Olivia. Mm, that's it. No more questions. If you're one to also follow on the days, like the day of love, what are we today? Tuesday? Tuesday. Oh, this is perfect for this date. Um, All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. Again, thank you guys so much for coming in, popping in, saying hi. Um, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care.